action-adventure elite games continue to battle it out with the likes of the pure first-person shooter genre, many new action-adventure games responded, one being a seriously anticipated game known as Dishonored, a product that spawned buzz very quickly and has been in speculation of being the Game of the Year candidate since E3 2012. Being developed by Arcane Studios, who were responsible for the design of blockbuster hit 2010 game BioShock 2, and published by one of the most respected gaming companies of this generation, Bethesda Softworks, grants reason to why this game is looked at so highly before its release. Now that the moment of truth has finally come, let's see if Dishonored is worthy of its early praise or just a big disappointment. The story of Dishonored lies heavily within its own very title. Its entire world centers around a fictional city known as Dunwell, which is heavily based off of 17th century London, England. It's very interesting because it's placed in the middle of a sickening plague that ends up dividing the city into the poor versus the rich throughout the story. You control a man named Corvo Attena, also known as Long Protector of the city's empress and her daughter Lady Emma. Corvo then is falsely accused of a serious game-changing crime in which he is thrown on death row for. From there, Corvo finds himself thrown in a huge conspiracy in which was supposed to deem him dead, but then he is helped to escape by an unknown source known as the Outsider, who grants Corvo a distinctive mark in which grants him powerful magic abilities. Corvo sets out for revenge to assassinate the true ones responsible for the heinous crime and corruption of a once great city. The amount of twists in this game's story will have you in shock a few times from the very beginning. It's one of those stories in which when everything unfolds, it will leave you saying, oh, a distinctive capture to get the game really in tune. The visuals and audio in Dishonored are approached in a more animated and painting way, such as how BioShock 2 was done, which makes sense being made from developers responsible for BioShock 2's visuals, Arcane Studios. This more animated feel is refreshing for the fact that it allows the game to run with less glitches and errors than the average high graphical presented game. Dishonored is no holds bars on blood and gore, and it all looks fantastically good. Limbs can get cut off, heads can get splattered, body parts can be picked up and thrown, and then there's the rats, in which if you see them in a large pack, they will try to eat your ass or anyone else's ass alive or dead until there's literally nothing left. The dialogue is supported by a series of actors and actresses. To name a few, there's Lena Headey from TV series Game of Thrones and blockbuster movie 300, and also Carrie Fisher, who played as Princess Leia in the original Star Wars trilogy. At first glance, the gameplay of Dishonored will quickly make you think BioShock plus Elder Scrolls all smashed together, which makes sense in some cases, but the fact of the matter is, Dishonored holds its own distinctive originality, which makes the game soar to the sky. There are so many ways to play this game, along with so many ultimatums. You have your stealth approach, in which developers have even stated that it's actually possible to play through the entire game without killing anyone. You have your aggressive approach, which is basically kill everything. Then you have the hybrid approach, which is the way I suggest. This game's approach on stealth elements is like no other, because for one, it's first person, and two, it actually works. You can find a series of gadgets and set traps for lured enemies. Weapons and tactics can be used to kill or put to sleep. And the funnest part of them all, the use of your magic abilities, which are unlocked from finding runes throughout the whole entire city. These powers being like dark vision, the power giving you the ability to see through walls and get a hint on what the enemy is looking at, blink, giving you the ability to rapidly transport from one area to another, possession allowing you to take control of animals and humans, devouring swarm allowing you to summon a swarm of rats to attack your enemies and foes, and then wind blast, allowing you to basically airbend and blast enemies with air force. The gameplay is so fun to experiment with that I found myself hooked very quickly. It's a superb experience. Now I know what you all are wondering. Does Dishonored live up to its quickly granted hype? The easiest way to put that is with a hell yeah. This game takes stealth elements into somewhat RPG form, all in first person. To me, this is honestly one of the highlights of the year so far as gaming, and a definite Game of the Year candidate in my eyes. I give Dishonored a 9.2 out of 10 for a great story, refreshing look, and superb gameplay. This is iDCL, and I'm out. Peace. Like this video? Subscribe to my channel for more reviews and gameplay and commentary. Also, all music throughout this whole video is provided by none other than Slang D. So visit his channel and subscribe now.